Hello, welcome to the Gloom. Some Quest 9 Round 2 action here. And there are 16 moves that had to be kind of calculated. So hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. If I did, we'll have to work through it. But yeah, it was a lot to put in because since it's round 2, this room is now open. There's 2 entrances, one here, one there. And we have all those enemies now ready to make their moves. So, a lot going on. We're going to have to just kind of take it one by one. Let me try to center it a little better there. So, here we are. This is our setup for round 2. Remember, the goal for this one is to survive 10 rounds. So, that is the goal. It's not to kill all the enemies or any other objective. We just gotta survive. So the first person to go is gonna be Rat Damon over here. And Rat Damon was going to use his Scurry move. And his Scurry is an attack 1 with a move 3. But he also has his Mind Weakness activated. And he drew a -1. So altogether, that's going to put him with a 3 damage attack on this Bones right here. So 3 damage. He is dead and out of the way because he only had 2 hit points. So we'll go ahead and do that. Put that there. Move him out of the way, and that move was an attack and a move. So we'll go ahead and, well, you know what? I'm gonna leave him there because it says move and then attack, so I'm just gonna leave it. I won't move him out of the way. All right, and then his next move was he was going to use Into the Night to turn invisible and just kind of save himself there. With his 2 hit points that he has. All right, next person to go is Adonis, who is over here behind this skeleton. And Adonis was going to use Energizing Tonic to move 6, and it's 1 experience, and he loses the card. So that card is now lost. And he was going to work his way down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And take on that enemy there. Then he was going to use his Enhancement Field, which is an attack 3. And he was a 1, so he drew a 0. So it's an attack 3 on that guy who takes 3 damage. Takes 1 damage, right? Living Spirit. Attack 3 takes 3 damage. Living Spirit. You know what? I forgot he had a shield. So he takes 1 damage, not 3 damage. So he's not dead. So he's only going to take 1 damage because Living Spirits have a shield. I thought he was dead. I forgot they had a shield. But you can see shield 2. So he takes 1 damage, which drops him down to 1 hit point. So 1 hit point for that guy. Now, third is our Vipers. So our snake guys. And they drew a 43, so they have a move -1, attack 0, blah, blah, blah. So the first one to go is Giant Viper 1, which is this guy, this elite guy. And so he attacks 1, and he drew a +2. So our decoy is dead. So goodbye, decoy. We hardly knew you. So he's dead. The other snakes are right here, so he can go 1, 2, work his way into the room, and then he can kind of work his way down 1, 2, to get into the room. And that's it for them. Those are our 3 snakes. Number 6 is our living spirit. So we'll have to go with this guy. And living spirit drew move 0, attack 0. That's a +0, so they still have their base attack. So he's going to attack Adonis. And what does he attack? He attacks 2. So he attacks 2, and he drew -2. So Adonis, you take 0 damage. Lucky guy. Wonderful. All right, and then we have another living spirit who gets to move 3. So 1, 2, and 3 into the room. This room is getting crowded. All right. So now we have number 8, which is Ivanta, who is our 8th person to go, and she was going to use Singled Out Bottom to activate this. It is an X card, so it'll be gone after 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. Basically, it adds a +2 attack as long as the enemy is not near an enemy. And she was going to use Quick Hands to move 2 and attack 2. And where is her card? I lost her card. So she was going to move 2 and attack 2. First, she was going to attack this Skelly here. So she attacks 2. Living Bones has 0 shield? Has 1 shield. She drew an attack 2. She had a +1. So it's an attack 3. So she had an attack 3. Basically, he's dead. Yeah, so he is gone. So we'll take him out. Put that there. And then she was going to move 2. 1, 2. Now, I know I didn't move Rat Damon, but I'll move her because why not? I didn't explain that to her. So she's heading down towards Adonis. So we're kind of grouping up in this area there. So that's 8. 9th person to go is the Ooze, which is way over here. And the Ooze just drew a move, a loot, and a heal. And so he can't do anything because he only has 1 movement. So he just sits there and does nothing. Lucky for us, he didn't reproduce. So unfortunately, we're going to have to run in here before we end up with like 6 Oozes in there, I would say. But that's where we're at for now. Okay, 10th is our Living Bones. So Living Bones 1, which is this guy here. And he has 5 hit points. So he's going to move and attack. Here's the card. And so he was going to go 1, 2. Now, if you're wondering why he's not going to this guy, it's because he's invisible. So he's going to go there. He attacks. What does he attack? He attacks 2. He drew a -2 as well. So he attacks 0. So Ivanta does 0 damage, or gets 0 damage, and survives her attack. So we lucked out. But I think that's going to be it. I think that's all the big minuses for them. You know, I think I did that wrong because I didn't do the attack for the living spirit. So it shouldn't be an attack 2. It should be an attack -1 because it only has a 1. There's only 1 of these cards, and we just used it for the other one. So we're going to have to use a -1. So Ivana, you take 1 damage. Sorry, you're down to 7 hit points. Everything got thrown off because I forgot he didn't die. So 7 hit points. Sorry, you got screwed. All right. So that's that one. 12. The other 2 are dead. 13 is Big Ben. So Big Ben's finally going to get involved here. And he's going to use Grab and Go to move 4 to an enemy. So he's going to kind of work his way, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason why he moved like that is because he's going to now use Balance Measure, which is an attack X, which is how many times he moved. So he moved 4, drew a +0, so it's a 4 hit point attack on this skeleton here. He blocks 1. Trying to look here. He blocks 1, so it's 3 damage, and he has 5 hit points. Okay, so he's down to 2 hit points. He's not dead. Down to 2 hit points. Okay. And then, where are we at? 14 is our corpse guys. And they drew move +1, but suffer 1 damage. So he's going to move 1, get 1 damage. He's going to move 1, get 1 damage. And he's going to move 1 and get 1 damage. And that's all they can do. And that's it. That drops them all down to 8 hit points. They all have 8. And that's it. Oh my gosh. That was such a nightmare to try to figure out. And obviously I made a mistake by this guy still being alive and Ivanta taking 1 damage. But yeah, we worked through it. It's our first time doing Gloom. What do you expect? You figure by 9 quests we'd have it down? Well, we don't. All right. So there we have it. What were we doing? Oh, that's why. That's why. I figured it out. He was going to use his goggles. That's what threw me off. He used his goggles, which gives him an advantage. So when he drew his +0, I drew it again, and he had a +2. So that's why. So advantage, he gets the +2, which adds 2 more hit points of damage, and that's what kills this guy. So that's why he was supposed to die. So he is dead. See? I knew I did it right. So he's dead, which leaves our other -2, because he wasn't there to attack for this one. So Ivanta doesn't take her damage after all. She stays at 8 hit points. See, I had it right. I just missed the card. I was looking down and I was like, why is this +2 here? Now I know why. There we go. So I did do it right. So 8 hit points for Ivanta. Adonis is at 12. Big Ben is at 12. Rat Damon is at 2. The snakes have 7, 4, and we have 2 elites. The elites are at 7. The 1 non-elite is 4. And then the spirit is 2. He only has 2 hit points, but he has his shield. And our ooze has full health, 7 hit points. He also has a 1 shield, in case you forgot that. So there we go. Round 2 is finally done. It was a pain to type all that out and figure all that out, but I think we're set up now where we can kind of maneuver a little bit better for round 3 and kind of take it from there. But yeah, so we got a lot of bad guys here. We got 3 coming in this way. The next round, nothing will open, but then the round after, this room opens here, and so more bad guys will start flooding in. Not good for Rat Damon, who only has 2 hit points. But there you have it, round 2 complete. We'll set up for round 3 and go from there.